Hello, my name is Teacher Paula, and I'm a teacher with VIPKid. What certifications do you have? Are you a certification hog? Do you get them all? And one of my favorite certifications is the leveled reading classes. Do you have the leveled reading classes? What is your favorite supplementary class? Drop a comment below and let me know. In today's video, I'm going to be talking through one of the leveled reading classes about puppy paint. And at the end, I'm also going to show you my feedback for the class and where I leveled the student. This is a great student and he was lots of fun. It was my first time with him, but I totally enjoyed it. If you're wanting to see what a leveled reading class looks like, stay tuned. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give me a big thumbs up. In the leveled reading class that I had called Puppy Paint, I had a new to me student who was a lot of fun, and I was very glad that I was recording it so that I can share with you how a leveled reading class could or could not go. I'm not an expert, and you may have some tips along the way for me also. Before this first part that you see, I did build rapport with my student. I asked him his name, how he was, and how old he was. And I knew he was going to be pretty smart when he wrote his name for me and wrote the number 7. So I knew his name and I knew he was 7 years old. During this rapport building time is when you can judge pretty much where your student is going to be in their ability level and how much you're going to need to help them or not help them. So this next one then is just the beginning of the lesson.
What do you see in the picture? A puppy.
This next little section on Puppy Paint has some shapes and it asks what can you make? And they are able to then make a design using those shapes. If they're not quite sure what to make, there's a little tab that they can pull out that shows an ice cream with a little cherry on top. This student was already making that on his own, and then he pulled it out to see if it looked right. And since his little colored shapes were not in the exact same place, he decided to take the time to fix that. But as you can already tell, if things take a little bit longer, I'm skipping through that so that this video won't be quite as long.
What can you make? What is it? Yay! Very good! It is ice cream. Do you like ice cream? Yes! Good job! Good sentence.
The next section is the phonics section, and in Puppy Paints, it's P, P, P. This student started to move the things on the slide before I was able to even tell him any instructions, so I just let him go. But you will hear me help him with a few words.
Paint. Painting.
The next section is the vocabulary words, and he is doing a great job on them and repeats them after me very well. You will see just how well he understands the word flower, because then he says it is a sunflower, which that is exactly what it looks like. So here is the vocabulary section.
Puppy. Flower. Good. Puppy. Flower. Yes, sunflower. So smart. Very good job. Paint. Doll. Painting.
The next section is the Let's Read section. And as he starts off, you'll notice that I'm reading it and he's repeating. But eventually, he begins reading it on his own, so he is picking up the sentence pattern. I have a few screenshots of some of the screens we did so that you can see how he interacted and how I interacted.
Oh, let's read. What do you like to do? Do you like to play soccer? No. I like to. Yes! Very good!
On this next page, I'm beginning to read the sentence that is on it for him to hear me and then repeat it. But I had noticed that he starts writing the word puppy. So I have a little bit of hesitation as I'm reading because I want to make sure that he is listening.
Puppy likes to paint. Do you like to paint? Yes or no? Yes, I like to paint.
In this next part, when I ask, what can puppies see? He decides to answer it by writing the word flower. Then when I ask him, what does puppy see? Once again, he says sunflower. So I just go with it because it really is correct.
What does puppy see? Good. Puppy sees. Yes. Puppy sees a sunflower. Good. Yes. Very good.
Now you'll notice that even though I did let him go ahead and say sunflower, I do go back and underline the words as we read it correctly so that our words match the print. Now the next part asks him, what is in the painting? And after a pretty long wait time, which I don't make you watch, I give him a choice and I say, is it a cow in the painting? And then he's able to answer me.
What is in the painting? Is it a cow? It is a flower. Puppy paints a flower. What does Puppy see? Yes, that's right. Puppy sees a doll. What does Puppy see? Puppy sees a doll. What does Puppy paint? Yes, very good sentence. Good sentence.
From the beginning to this point, he had been listening to me and repeating, but I was picking up on his behaviors and was pretty sure that he could read independently. So I asked him to read the next page by himself, and he does a great job.
Can you read this? Very good. Good job. What does Puppy do? Very good. Good reading. What does Puppy see? Yes, it is a cat. Yes, meow, meow. Can you read this one? Yes, good job reading. What does Puppy do? Yeah, very good. What will Puppy paint? Good. Puppy will paint a cat.
On this page where we're reading, it says Puppy paints a cat. He's not too sure that that's a picture of a cat. So he puts a question mark and he even says, Puppy paints a cat? And then he tells me he thinks it looks like a dinosaur. So I think that's pretty smart of him to know to put a question mark when he's not sure that that was a cat. Pretty clever boy.
What do you see? Yes, it is a cat. No dinosaur. It is a cat. Can you read this one for me? Puppy. Very good. It's a cat. What does Puppy do? Can you read right here? Puppy. Very good. Good job. What do you see? Yes, very good. Good job. And you get a car. Can you read this? Puppy paintings. Yes, good. Do you like his paintings? Do you like Puppy's paintings? Yes or no? No? Why not? Are they bad?
This next part is the let's practice, and it has the puppy in the middle, what the puppy sees and what the puppy paints. And I was drawing a line between the two, puppy sees and then puppy paints. Then he's wanting to do all of them really fast, and so I make him slow down and listen to me and follow along so that he's getting what he needs to be getting in each of the let's practice.
Let's practice. Puppy sees a flower. Puppy paints a flower. Puppy paints a flower. Good. Puppy sees a doll. Puppy paints. Yes, very smart. Good. Puppy sees a cat. Puppy paints a cat. Very good, Lewis, and you get another star. What do you like to do? You like to read books? I like to read books. Good. Do you like to listen to music? Can you say it in a sentence? Good. I like to listen to music. Very good. Can you tell me the story? What does this say? Puppies. Good. A cat. Yes, very good. And you get a car. Woo, woo.
In this next part, I'm asking him a question about, do you like to paint or do you like to paint a picture? He's not quite understanding what I'm asking. I am using TPR, and then I rephrase the question to where he can understand it and answer me.
Do you like to paint? Do you paint a picture? No, I do not paint.
We had a little bit of time at the end of class before I would give him his final star and say goodbye. So I asked him, do you like cats? And this is how it went.
Do you like cats? Yes or no? I do like cats. I like cats. Very good. Good job, Lewis. And you get all 5 stars. Yay! Good job, Lewis. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Now I'm going to give you an example of what I left for feedback for this class. Is it the best? I'm sure it's not, but it's what I left, and it did have some errors in it. I still had time to be able to go edit it in the feedback, so I did that. I just didn't change it for this video. So that was my leveled reading class of Puppy Paints. I hope it helped you a little bit to understand more about the leveled readers. You do have to go along with where the child is and how much they can or cannot read. And if you'll notice, I adjusted to where this little boy was. At first, he was acting like he couldn't read too much, but on the signs and signals I was picking up, I knew he could, and I had him start doing it, and he was being successful at doing it himself. Do you have the leveled reading certification? Do you get many leveled reading classes? Drop a comment below and let me know. Which leveled reading class is your favorite? Thank you, bye-bye, and everybody, stay safe.